I want to just go on record saying I'm fully committed to voting yes for both of these projects. But with that said, I believe that we should defer this until the January meeting that we can have. It's just comments by Trustee McCumbee and others. There's clearly some questions that need to be answered. I'm highly confident. I've had the advantage of being involved in this for the last 8 years. I'm highly confident we'll answer everyone's questions and people will support this project. But I think out of respect for the new trustees that we have and questions raised and the comments on behalf of the governor, I think the wise thing to do would be to defer this to a dedicated meeting in January. Bring your questions with you. We'll bring our professionals. I respect all the work that's been done by the committee and by the staff. They've done an unbelievable amount of work on this project to get it done. And I'm highly confident that at the end of the day, we'll move forward with these. But I do believe that we should create a forum by which we can answer your questions.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Two comments. One is I think the new trustees that we brought in have been extremely helpful and are adding a lot of value to this institution and our board. The challenge is for the administration and others to be able to bring them along and give them all the information in a timely basis. We've actually been working on this for 8 years. We've acquired adjoining properties. We've expended in excess of $10 million on these projects. We have received all of the zoning, land development, subdivision approvals. The majority of the design has been done. And it's unfortunate. I completely respect the questions that are being asked. They're legitimate questions. I think we need to do a better job in the future of highlighting these critical decisions that we're going to be making and making sure that we provide, I suppose, in more advance than 6 months, which we have done, the necessary information so folks can be informed. I'm troubled by the lack of confidence in our administration and our staff and the committee structure. We have looked at this every way but Sunday. We have studied the thoughts of private or public or a combination thereof. We have studied the markets. We've had consultants speak to the depth of the market, the need for this, for us to compete, and not against Temple, but against the entire market. In order to grow our enterprise, as I suggested on a Wednesday evening call, we need to invest in our enterprise. And I'm just troubled that we are here today, as we were in July, being asked 24 hours and sometimes a half an hour before critical votes to shift course on a committed staff and faculty and these Commonwealth campuses. I can tell you that these Commonwealth campuses are going to be completely deflated. They're going to be, they already feel in a lot of ways disenfranchised from University Park, and we spend a lot of time and energy attempting to make them not feel that way, because that's not the way we feel about it. The staff, I can tell you from the conversations I've had in the last 4 days, have worked their tails off, and we have provided the answers to the questions. I'm just deeply troubled by the process as a committee chair. Hopefully my fellow committee members will acknowledge that we look 3 and 4 meetings ahead of what's on the agenda. This comes as no surprise to anybody on the committee, and we voted 7-1, and the only one who voted against it, respectfully, was Elliot, who was his first meeting. So those of us who are informed, and I apologize if we haven't done a good enough job. I'm sorry, Al. I'm sorry for those of us who have not done it, who have not been informed. I apologize for that. I've pledged to those who have come to me today to, in the future, to do a better job of bringing things forth that are of this significance. It just so happens that we have a lot of things on the agenda today. It's going to be a big setback financially and emotionally for this university and the Commonwealth campuses if this does not move forward. And again, I'm deeply troubled. I think it is incumbent upon the governor and his representatives and fellow trustees to please spend more time in advance, and don't put us in these difficult positions in both private and public settings of having to change course on staff and faculty. I don't think it's fair. My day is going to go on tomorrow. I am missing my daughter's induction that I was supposed to be home for at 5 and wanted to stay here for it. I'm a little disappointed how it's going to turn out, but I completely understand it. I just think it's very unfortunate where we are. At this point in time, I'd like to withdraw my motion, please, on these 3 items.
Secretary Hanger. Look, I just want to say two things in response to Trustee Dambly. One, that the governor is absolutely dedicated to supporting this institution. I think the actions of the governor are even more strong than his strong words in support of this institution. He is still, at this moment, trying to fight for an appropriation that would, in fact, restore half of the cut. We haven't had much support, frankly, in that fight. It's been a very lonely fight for the governor. He continues to do that. As I think Secretary Redding or Secretary Rivera pointed out, when this board just approved an appropriation that would restore the funding, the administration representatives supported that. I don't think that was what was going on with Governor Corbett, was it? So I find it really remarkable, the tone of Trustee Dambly's comments. I will also say that this governor and his representatives on any board are not rubber stamps. And at least I do not apologize for asking tough questions, even if it's relatively late in the process. Those questions are going to be asked, and if people don't like it, it's kind of too bad, because we're going to keep asking the tough questions.